Now, hopefully you're awake, so that part should be over. So we will continue. I think as soon as I find Jim, he's somewhere here. Somewhere. There he is. Before he sleeps, I think it's getting late for him. So I have a few things we should finish before Jim starts again, and we'll go for one more stretch. Like we have got most of the slots are full for tomorrow, so topics are all full, but there is one or two slots open, right? We just left it open in case someone wants to talk, And nobody talks. Unfortunately, somebody from us will talk, and you can come or not come. Those are all fine. But the slots are free there right now. So if you notice those green things there, you can also choose to just do an informal lean coffee like this if you want. So if a few of you want to do that, you're welcome to just do a lean coffee tomorrow. So hopefully some of you may want to talk, can write some green cards and put a name there, right? So that'll help today. So tomorrow, if nothing is there, it's okay. Don't worry about it. The books are here. Got lots of entries. Are these for books? Yeah. Okay, so these are for the books. So let's pull some of them. Huh? One per organization. I don't know. We were trying all kinds of algorithms. The thing was we were trying to get more books, but we were worried how to get it in. And I know he wanted to bring it. Okay. Let's try it with some simple techniques first. So why don't we give a few away now, and then we don't have to give all of them right now. We have that till tomorrow. If I don't give many, you guys will come back tomorrow. So so let's leave it like that. So it's too much to give all of them. So let's start with the first one. Why don't you, Commissioner, help us pick one? She wants to get the topmost one. So let's click. Why don't you come? Come on, you pick. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, one pick, and then Azam, read the name. Okay, what do you got? Swati. Way to go. Jim, are you going to sign these things?
Yeah, I can sign these things.
I mean, that'll be awesome if you sign these things. Yeah. Shama, you want to pick one? Okay. Shama is picking the next one here. Somebody's saying pick a red one, pick a red one.
Go over here and I'll sign these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to each table one, right? So Shama got whom?
There you go.
Shrisha. He's got Shrisha coming up. Yep, there you go. There's got a book there. Who wants to pick in this table? Mandar, you want to pick? Okay. Mandar is going to read as I move here.
Tag.
Sorry?
You lost your name tag.
What's the name? No?
Well, actually,
ये क्या है तो आपने अंदर Anjali is saying Anjali is right next to him. This is made up system here, but we still accept. Anjali, thank you. Go on.
SW80HR.
So here is a tip though, right? The book is for you to not read but to practice. Okay. So if you don't read it, please give it to someone else at least who will use it. So don't just take it and keep it on the shelf. Then it's no point. Okay. I really use it, and that's why I think it's useful. So who wants to pick here? Okay, Epan is going to pick Muthu, going by the last table's record, Only one. Who got? Milind. Who's Milind? Yay! Milind, go. Too late. You can put it.
Make sure you get one from Tony Ann too.
Nicely. Okay, you pick one. Pick it up.
Yeah,
he found his name, so he felt bad to pick it up.
Yep.
What do you got?
Yes.
Deepak.
Yes. Don't spell check after.
Deepak who? There are two Deepaks, I think. Deepak Guru Raja. Go on. Yay. Go get it signed. Tony, aren't you going to sign any books? You should go there too. That way we have whip limit of 2 then, Okay, so Jayashree gets to pick next. So by the way, guys, this conference would not have happened without this person. So big round of applause for Jayashree here.
So
she's been working at it for 1 year.
Oops.
Just pick one. What do you got? Is it one? Ratna Kumar. There you go. Okay, Vikram. Sunil. Yay. Hey, there are 2 Sunils here. How do we know which one? Okay. Okay, from this table. Jaya. Okay. Okay. If it says Jaya, we are in trouble. Veeramani Murthy. Way to go. Way to go. Okay, who wants to do it in this table, guys? You got it in a book. I'm not going to give it to you anymore. Okay. You do. How many books are left there? That's over? Okay. Are we done with the books? 7. We'll do one more tomorrow. So we'll do one round. Abhijit Deshpande. Take it. So, okay, cool. So we'll do the next round. Do you guys want to do all 7 now? I mean, or you want? Let's do tomorrow. I mean, we have one more day, right? So awesome. So let's pick some dinner because I'm curious who's coming. I mean, anybody interested? Hopefully, you put it here, right? If you want to add dinner names, I'm still waiting. Okay. That's it. We have 4 or 5 people listed here. So sound like we'll pick 5. All of them will go. So why don't you pick the first person? And there's also bar, by the way, if that's going to change anybody's ideas. Sanjeev Gupta. Where is he? You don't want to come? You want the book? Okay. You can get the book. Yeah, go ahead. It's fine. Okay. Manikanda, do you want to pick one? This is now they're cheating me by saying I don't want to come here anymore. Quick, quick, quick. Vimal. Who's Vimal? Vimal? You will come for dinner or you want the book? Okay. I say there's alcohol, guys, don't miss on this opportunity. Mahesh. Prabin. Who's Prabin? Okay, Prabin, you're coming? Book. Oh my goodness. Okay, book it is. Go on. I'm just going to go stop at 3 more, so I'm done. I'm tired of walking now. So who's got this? You guys have found a flaw system here, okay? Hari Krishnan KS. You're coming, Hari, for dinner? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Somebody's there. I love. Okay, we got one last name, so I'll finish in this table only. And you pick the next one, Sanjeevani. So we'll do quickly. Deepak Guru Raja. That's okay, that's okay. That's okay, he gets it, right? So Deepak coming for dinner? Okay, Deepak coming for dinner. What do you got? Dwarka Nath Babu. Okay, coming for dinner? Okay, that's cool. So if anyone else is really wanting to come, let me know. We do have space. But we'll tell you how to come. You want to come? Okay, awesome. So we'll tell you guys later. Just stay here and we'll tell you what to do after dinner. Only for the bar. Okay, not allowed. Okay, so that's it, guys. So far I've heard like reasonably okay feedback. You guys are okay? We'll do one more stretch of the round table session you guys are used to, right? For which I really need at some point Jim to come here. So let me talk about tomorrow. So there's an agenda somewhere. Shailu, do you have agenda somewhere? So as you walk out, pick up the agenda, right? So there's going to be a session in the morning called deep dive session. Okay, so that's upstairs, 5th floor, executive lounge. It looked like you're going to check into a room. You're not going to check into a room. Just keep walking. You end up in this nice lounge and called executive lounge. Now the thing is, we have a VIP limit of only 10 people for the deep dive session. Okay, and so I think Praveen here can explain what it is about. What is the deep dive on, Praveen? Do you know who's doing it? First one. Okay, so it's around the topic called be agile or do agile. So the goal of a deep dive is once you go in, you'll stay there for 2.5 hours. If you come out, you cannot go back in. You can come out, but you cannot go back in, that's all, right? So if you are going to go there, 10 people, so Praveen can explain what is it about a bit? So people. Agile transaction versus transformation. Okay, so it's more of lots of deep discussions. Unlike today, where we got only 1 hour, will be 2.5 hours. So for those people, if you're interested to go there, we got only 10 because the room is a little small. And so Praveen is there. Just give him your name. Okay, and today, if before you leave, if you're interested, or tomorrow morning, ask him if there's space. So that's one. And tomorrow there is a gaming session called Lean Gaming. Okay, so that's post lunch. You guys are welcome to play games there also. So when you go home, not like cricket, kabaddi and all, right? So bring, if you think of any games, so we're going to bring some games, and gameplay is a good way to connect with teams. So we have around 4 ideas. If you have any games, you can also bring in. So we're going to have 4 or 5 corners. As long as you can show the games to 2, 3, 4 people also, that's good enough. Okay. So that's more of a group session tomorrow, a gaming one. And I think we'll start again at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, that's a plan for tomorrow's session. So only thing is the deep dive alone. Put a name if you're interested at 10. There's going to be a panel discussion tomorrow. So in one of the rooms, there are folks from various organizations. I'll be putting a name who's there. So the panel discussion is on agile. Is agile transformation really a myth, or is it a fact? Like just around that, right? Is it a fake thing? Are we faking ourselves by saying agile transformation all the time? And so we have folks from various software companies who are in this room today. I'll introduce them tomorrow. But they actually gone through this journey significantly. Okay, so these are people who have gone through this now, and they can have lots of detailed discussions with you. So I will have. Those people just raise hands who's going to be there. So I think Gopal is going to be there in the panel tomorrow. So if you're interested to say anything, Gopal will be there. Who else is there tomorrow? I think Arvind, where's he? Arvind is coming tomorrow. Vikram, where's he? Vikram is going to be there in the panel tomorrow. Sunil is going to be there. So these are guys who are actually going through this journey of transformation. And we have one, so we'll tell you more tomorrow when you come to the panel discussion. There's going to be one seat for you. If you want to be part of the panel, you can keep on rotating through that. So that'll be in the afternoon post-lunch. Okay? Morning is talks, afternoon there's lots of different kinds of things. Tomorrow is 3 tracks. Track 1, track 2, and upstairs is track 3. Okay? So self-manage yourself with your agenda when you go along. With that, I'm going to turn it back to Jim, and hopefully he'll take us through the rest of the day.
So usually for a full-on Kaizen camp, we do what we did today for 2 days. And it can be pretty grueling. But by the end of the second day, we've taken a lot of the loose ideas from the first morning, and we've refined them over the course of the 2 days into some pretty interesting results. So this, unfortunately, is going to be our last round of lean coffee. So if everybody would rise and join me in the other room, or in the breezeway, hallway, entryway, so forth, then we will do the last round. Were these the only 2 that were at it? These 3 off. Because I will note that these 3 are tremendously less than the 22 million we had last time. Okay, so we've had added to this visioning a product, how to measure success of agile and lean implementations, horizontal way. Back there. So lean and a whole bunch of old ones, and go ahead and pull and.
So I think what to start. I think the first thing you do, yeah,
We will tell you which are the non-value added. For example, example, activity number 3 is a non-value added. It involves 3 resources or 1 resource. It takes, say, on a daily basis, it takes 1 hour. So we will sum it up. And for each of these activities, now we have
How do you schedule? Others go by
You do, we will take a picture. See, age old practice.
learning and code is always open, the branches are always open, which is what Agile is.
All the actions were being run. But then Agile is being application has been used to so far years of way of working which is combined to the
It was in TVS. Basically, to do assembly, there are a lot of component arrangement of the thing. So previously, it was taking about, see, to the assemble, it was taking about 90 minutes.
We're almost done for the day. Where is the working mic? As you can see, at the end of the day, we tend to have some attrition. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tables, so this should go a lot faster. Assuming you all actually talked about what you were supposed to talk about. So we'll run around the room, we'll do a quick wrap up, I will say some things, and then we will close for the day. Hi. Why do you all look vaguely guilty? You did not follow the process. Okay. Then beating shall commence. Okay.
Good evening to all of you. I think it's really good evening. So our topic was what is lean, how to go about implementing lean at organization level, like what can we learn on lean. That was the key thing which we were looking at. So basically, to start with value stream mapping, VSM is something which we discussed about. So at whatever level it may be, any organization, any process, we can look at what is value adding, what is non-value adding, mapping it, and look removing non-essentials and identifying essential value mapping. That was one thing which we discussed about. Then we looked at, then we totally diverged into Toyota production system, into lean. And we looked at what are the 9 key factors which will help in removing lean. So one of our colleagues Rajan brought in a right point. Profitability is price minus cost. If we know this, then we understand what lean is. How do we decrease cost? Automatically, as part of business, we will start focusing on what are the key factors which we need to start removing waste. And our colleague also, Isha, right? Ishita, okay. She brought in this 9 factors of 8 factors of time, inventory, motion, weight, overproduction, overprocessing, defect, intellect. It's another one extra point. And another thing which we moved on into lean startup, how from lean product companies can benefit. So we moved into business canvas, how it can help people think through the key features which is required, discuss with customers, validate whether these are the requirements which they really want, look into it, and then look at how is this value stream is going, how are the money going to come in. If whatever features which people feel that they are not going to be sold, pivot it and go ahead with bringing in new things which will go ahead with helping. That was one thing. And again, we were discussing about what do you mean by lean deployment in a typical software organizations or something. How do we go about implementing it? So it's about coming out with critical problems, say 5, 6 problems. Example, it can be like, how do I reduce the cycle time, or how do I remove the thing? So different steps we went ahead with listing. We went ahead with listing what are the current problems, what are the current data baselines, how many resources are getting used, and what are our waste log. So coming out with an A3 sheet of what are the problems, what are the different cycle times which we need to reduce, what is our current target and what is our current baseline and where is that we need to go, and tracking it, improving about another 5% reduction or 10% product. And keeping the team focused on how do we go about reducing it. Any other points team wants to add? Okay, another thing, as part of Lean, we went ahead with what do you mean by just-in-time production, like JIT. We touched upon JIT also. Any other point team wants to add? So, thank you.
All right. All right, we'll just move right on over to you guys. Okay.
Good evening, all. So our table's topic was self-organizing team and coaching expectations for taking a team into agile world. And is there any time limit that we can hope to have for taking a team to be self-organized? So, so we discussed many things, but the key takeaway was few. Let me just quickly highlight them. One, when any team is going agile, so we need to create some bandwidth for them to start learning new things so that when they unlearn few things, they can start applying new things what they learn and practice them. And then few things that would help if the team is new to the agile, we thought is breaking teams into smaller teams and also making them cross-functional and also probably seeding with some people with experience as agile champions who can then be with them, observe how they are working, and also provide necessary sounding board facility to them rather than guiding them on everything. So that means they kind of balance how much they let the team to fail and learn, and also be there when they want some advice to advise them. In addition, we also looked at a few more things that should be helpful, that any team which is going agile, the changes can't be big bang, and it is going to be incremental. So the Kaizen mindset applied over a period of time, hopefully will take them to a better state of maturity, but agile transformation, at least on the table here, we thought is a continuous journey. So there is no real end to it. The bar keeps raising. So using the martial arts analogy of Shu Hari, we thought Shu to Ha state, that is beginner to kind of mastering state, can be different for different teams in terms of timeline. Maybe months for few teams, maybe years for few teams. Don't know what that number to put in front of months or years. But from Ha to Re, there is no time limit. So that is, once the team masters what they have learned in the agile world, continuously applying it and challenging themselves to scale the newer heights is a continuous process. And that, is there anything else to cover, guys? I think that's what we pretty much discussed.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Good evening. Our topic was measuring the success of agile or lean implementation. So we had only this topic, and we nailed this topic really hard, and there are multiple suggestions and inputs coming in. So we looked at not really metrics, usable data which you can show to see the improvement or showcase the improvement of agile implementation versus the other traditional methods. So the various things we looked at, the data we looked at is number of releases done per year for a product, the feature buckets, the number of tough features and complex or medium features delivered per release and per year, so on. The defects related data, how many defects post-release and pre-release, how early we are able to find defects, the cost of early defect finding, how it helps and all these things. Code quality metrics, including the complexity metrics, how to bring down the complexity of the code and other defects. And the improvement shown in automation and continuous integration, how it helps the team's productivity is another factor to use. And we also looked at the productivity as a rough figure, not as a velocity. It's more like the number of features we are able to deliver per year or per person and so on. And the other way to look at it, we thought about the KPIs of uptime and availability of your software, whether field issues are coming or not, whether it has reduced, improved over period versus the old time. And the other factor we looked at is customer satisfaction index, whether it has gone up or not after our agile adoption. And lastly, we looked at the innovation aspects of the team, whether innovative ideas and suggestions or product improvements are coming out of retrospectives and how it helps the product improvement is another way to look at it. So a whole bunch of ideas, the whole team contributed, especially Gopal. Thanks to my team.
Thank you. So this table was a fun table because they started off rogue, not following the process, and then some external change agents showed up and demanded that they followed the process, and now they have a very, very well followed process at the table. Who wants to speak? Oh.
Okay, so our topic was how to bring in cultural and behavioral changes to adopt Agile well. So various topics and problems we discussed were how do you unlearn things and do you need to unlearn things? It's like when you're shifting from waterfall model to the agile model, is it everything you have to unlearn? So first you have to identify what are the good things that we have learned in waterfall model and how do you keep on incrementing on those and introspect actually. Other thing was if you want to bring in a change, no external person can do it for you. You have to bring that change from within. So you have to keep on inspecting yourself and find value in the new things that you are trying to go for. Okay, here that's it. Okay, and any change can work effective, especially the core working hours thing can work effective in a top-down way. Like if you see the MD of the company coming out of his cabin and sitting with the people and working, then even a junior person or any senior person is motivated to leave his cube and actually work as a team. Different retrospective methods like banana retrospective and all, wherein you assign a smiley in the end of the sprint, and with the smiley you don't actually put your name there, but you put some character's name there. And the example that these folks gave, so Spiky is sad, so you can actually go and ask, why is Spiky sad? So what went wrong in that sprint and all that. So it's not very personal, but it's stick to that character and the actual problem.
Yeah.
So how do you go about bringing behavioral changes? So timely intervention of the facilitator. Coach helps sometimes. So if some person is coming to you as a Scrum Master, if he's coming to you about some issues, then you can motivate that person to speak in open actually, and that problem can be discussed. So the job of the Scrum Master would be to facilitate creating such environment in the team. Open appreciation and silent notes for improvement. So when you have to appreciate, open appreciation is preferred, but when you have to give some improvement areas, you can ask for what ways they prefer, and it can be a silent anonymous feedback, or if that person prefers an open feedback, you can go for it. Yeah, that's it.
Good. Thank you. You're up and ready already. Yes.
Hey everyone, the topic of our table was command and control, difficulty in letting it go. So we had a very interesting and fun discussion on this, where we just said, okay, here's for and against, and just put in whatever you think. And some very interesting stuff came up. One was that, managers are managers because of experience and their knowledge. This was for. And then somebody wrote, we hire adults for their skills, they don't need babysitting. So, so basically we said the command and control per se, the way it used to be done is not a good idea. But some of the objectives behind that, as in, it being an inexperienced team, the guiding factor and, bringing everyone to the same table kind of helped. But what really is most important is not just the message, but how it's put across. So telling someone, hey, you need to do this, it's not going to work. But if you tell them, hey, see, we have this issue and, can we try this for a sprint? Can we see how it goes? And so it's the way the message is put across. So one thing is for sure, that command and control kills ownership by the team, passion of the team. There's no, it kills the trust and relationship, and it kills collaboration. So command and control in the command and control mode is a bad idea, but when it's done as a guidance, probably helps the team. Thank you.
Thank you.
The topic we had was two topics there. One was about politics in the organization and individual ego. And the second one was accountability, both at team level, organization, or an individual level. The focus was on individual. I think we voted out, and accountability was picked up because it kind of had the shades of politics also to discuss. So accountability at the individual and the team level. Over the discussion, what we realized is responsibility is a better, more key word than accountability. The definition of responsibility versus accountability was kind of discussed a lot, and then what we looked at was accountability is something which gets top-down driven. So management drives down a specific task to be achieved, specific set of tasks to be achieved in a certain timeline, at a certain cost and effort. That's accountability driven down, and that gets pinned down at an individual level, versus responsibility, which is suo moto, picked up by the team members individually. So the discussion had an interesting kind of analogy and a simile of building a ship. So you can have building a ship as a project, 3,500 items, requirement items defined, and the management drives it down to 20 teams and says, you go build it. Individual teams goes build it, and it's a part of a routine. Versus selling the vision of saying, what we want in the ship is a fantastic navigation control system. So this team, if you're interested, are you kicked about doing navigation control system? The team says yes, we will do. So you kind of give more freedom, the passion, the motivation, the responsibility, the ownership. You can put synonyms, 20,000 synonyms around it. But once the team has bought into that vision, they are really kicked about it. They are the owners. They take pride in that navigation system being a world-class navigation system. It will get built well. There may be glitches, it may be good, may not be great, but it will be far better than if it's top-down driven. So the epiphany of it was, it's an 80-20 rule. 80% of it, if the tasks are driven by responsibility, suo moto, by the individuals, motivated, ownership driven, it'll be fantastic. But there will certainly be 20% of the task which will be drudgery or something not liked by the team. That needs to be set down as accountability. That needs to be driven down. As many of them kind of said, the Scrum Master should be kind of influencer, maybe the leader of the team, to ensure that that 20% of the task does get done. The question is, do we have accountability at individual level versus team level, or at a management level? I think the thought process was, we're all team members. We should not be accountable for what we deliver. We are individuals. We are doing our best. The accountability should be at the management. If things fail, the management takes the accountability hit for it. It should not be driven down at a team level. The failure should be tolerated. They should not be called out, pinned down, made to feel bad about a failure. We leave it. I don't think we concluded on that point. There is a certain aspect of, yes, team should be accountable, but more as a team, not as an individual. The biggest way that individuals can have accountability on their face flashing sprint after sprint is to have visualization. It can be a Kanban board, it's a Scrum board, it can be any other visualized mode which kind of says, as an individual, you didn't come up with it. I had an interesting example of how he achieved a little bit of pinning the accountability on an individual, saying that his team members were all given 5 chocolates and asked to distribute it to the team members who they think performed very well, did very well, and contributed very well. So eventually, as he put it, somebody got 8, somebody got 2. So what should have been the average was 5. Everybody should have had. If everybody had equally contributed, they would have kind of distributed and got 5 each. So it kind of brought in the accountability in its own roundabout manner. It says, you got 2, you didn't do really well. You got 8, you've been doing pretty well. So there are ways in which the visualization can be brought in without smack on your face, you're bad kind of way of doing it. Setting the vision, that was kind of a key point. Everything said and done, it's important that the initial part of the management, the project manager, the line manager, is to ensure that the vision of the product is well driven. The teams are very crystal clear about what they're building, how they're building, how much ownership they're going to take of that vision.
Okay. At a table, you're just 4 guys sitting at a table, right? Oh, you were part, okay. So you were, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to take the epiphanies that made it to the wall. So if you guys could make sure that if you have your epiphanies written out, that they make it to the cards that are over on the wall. We will write all of those down and we will get them to you afterwards so that we can have a little bit of retention for what we discussed here today. And I'm hoping that some of you will take the format, the Lean Coffee format, and try it with meetings in the office. Because I think you found today that they do help focus. And one of the things that we didn't do today that we would have done if we had 2 days is we will actually time box the conversations. So after 7 minutes, somebody's phone will have an alarm that goes off. And you'll say, I either want to keep talking about this topic, or I don't care, or I never want to hear about this topic again. So you just a quick thumb vote, and then that lets you keep going if you want to keep going, and it lets you stop if you want to stop. So one of the big problems in meetings is that it's nobody's job to stand up and say, I'm totally done talking about this. Let's move on. So we tend to hash out things much longer than they need to, kind of as I'm doing now. So Tony Ann and I want to take a quick minute and just thank Vibhu and Jayshree and Antara for putting us on an airplane and flying us 3/4 of the way around the world, because it kind of felt like we started here and then went all the way around and then came back here again. And setting up this wonderful location and getting everybody together. So I'd like to give them a little round of applause. As Vibhu mentioned this morning, it's not a small feat to put one of these on. It looks effortless today, but there was a lot of emails back and forth and a lot of conversations, and just to make everything work right. And so tomorrow morning I will come in and I'll do a keynote, and again I'm going to incorporate a lot of what we've talked about today into the keynote, so make it as relevant as possible. And with that, I'll just close up today and turn over the microphone.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, guys. This is awesome. So how did you guys enjoy day 1? So I want to really thank Jim and Tony for being here. I know it's like midnight for them. They just came 2 days back. I'm even surprised you're standing up, so thank you very much. So we are done, guys. So I just want a quick fist of 5 from people, right? So how do you feel? So let's try it out. So 5 is this was a good day, right? I'm going to be, I'm jazzed up and I'll be back tomorrow. 4 is I'm jazzed up and I'm back tomorrow. It is good, it's worth it. 3 is, it is good, I'm starting to think whether I should come tomorrow. Two is, I'm really going to go home and maybe not come back tomorrow. One is, I know I'm not coming back tomorrow, right? So given this, I'll give it to you. So given this much, and I know there's another session out, so we got to close fast because they are asking us to leave soon. 6 o'clock, something is there, it seems. I didn't know that. So let's see, hand of, I'm going to watch, hold it here when I say 1, 2, 3. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Hold on there, so we just want to see if there's any 2 or 1 anywhere. Anyone sees any 2 or 1 so far? Okay. So that's cool. So that seemed like most of you are a 4 or a 5. And so okay. So there was sort of also one discovery I had today. So I know I had a discussion with some of you saying, Vibhu, you should have really called it Agile India Summit and not Lean India Summit because there's not much lean going on here. And we said, well, maybe that's true. So there's some topics added there tomorrow. There is a group of people here who are really looking to more lean thinking and what lean is all about. So there's a special topic added there called Lean Without Agile. That topic will be brought in, and if you are from lean background, you must go to the session. Okay, and we'll figure out how to host the session by tomorrow morning. So I want to thank you for being here. Those of you who signed up for dinner, those 4 or 5 people, we don't really, I forgot who I gave the name to. You want to meet Antara outside the hall and she can help you. Otherwise, we loved having you here and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow sharp at 9 a.m. guys. So be here at 8:30 or something because the day is back to back. And when you come, please tick the sessions you're going to go to. Don't come here and start thinking about it because then we'll start back to back. You can't match it up. So just, plan before you come. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. I have a great evening and see you guys tomorrow.
How was the day today? Yeah, this is not the first time for me here, so I've participated last year as well. And there have been quite a lot of takeaways and different perspectives from people who are coming here and sharing ideas. The day today was no different than last year. It was quite good. More than that, we're also networking with people. So we know that we're going to be in touch after this as well to figure out, how they would have handled certain situations. And the course content was quite good, and just that I missed getting the book. Otherwise, I look forward to tomorrow, and I want to participate in all the tracks. But otherwise, the agreement with other colleagues is we will not participate in the same so that we get to share each other's absolutely inputs. And thanks for shooting me.
It's very nice to come today here. This is the first time I'm attending the Lean India Summit. This is the first time I'm attending the Lean India Summit. I'm excited to hear from the authors of the personal Kanban. It gives us a real experience of how to do, and as people realize that it's good to interact with many experts in the industry, and also share knowledge between different organizations which come in here based on their experience, which is more important than talking theories. So I'm all excited for tomorrow tracks tour, as people feel that it's a shame that we can't attend each and every one. We'll try our best and share knowledge between our colleagues, and I'm looking forward for tomorrow.
Okay, I think the day was simply awesome. It was great fun. There was a lot of learning, and the way it was organized, it was like all the agile and lean principles which were very well demonstrated, and the way it was, everyone participated, everyone got a chance to say what they wanted to hear, and also contribute in actually coming up with some very good epiphanies and the things that they want to implement when they go back to that organization. So it's been a very great day, and I'm sure it will be even better tomorrow from all the, the sessions that I can see.
Of course. Thank you so much.